Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Minesweeper Monday, episode 75. Unfortunately, I recorded the full episode, right? As per usual, but my audio did not record on OBS for some reason. But so what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just going to do I guess, a commentary over the footage and just talk normally and kind of tell you what I can actually kind of go over what was going through my head in this. So I'll do that. I'll start right now. So right here, I'm just okay. So what I'm doing here is just the normal kind of start. You click a thing. The site I play on for Minesweeper, I believe it guarantees like an opening. So there are some sites from how I know that if you click on a square, it might not get you an opening like this. Uh, it might just be like maybe you just get a two and then you have to go from there. I know one of my good friends plays it like that, and he's actually a very good Minesweeper. Uh, but he plays on that kind of website. I've always done this one, so I've just stuck to it, for mainly just for sake of consistency. But I'm just doing the standard opening, clicking all the corners on the ones to see what I get. Okay, so from there, okay, as you can see, sometimes I like to. I used to do it where I'd like always go through the corners, excuse me, and then continue from there. But it seems that I've ignored this one for now, and I've gone ahead and since I was in this area, I went ahead and got rid of these areas by the two because there were two mines by it, as you can see. I imagine from here I'll go and clear out this area where there's a one, but I'm not. I guess I'll have to wait and see. I don't quite remember. Okay, I did do that, except I didn't mark this one for the two. I'm just going straight up, straight to the north. I imagine I'll clear this area out then if I'm continuing that pattern. Okay, so I kind of, yeah, I went up and to the right, like north right, so, and now I'm finally getting to, hold on, let's see, there, I finally got to this one, which as you can, if you remember, that was one of the three corners at the start, but, I mean, I've already kind of gone all the way, like, clockwise around this area, cleared out some stuff, so, I mean, I'm not sure how you all play Minesweeper, but again, I used to try to do like all the corners, then continue from there, but I kind of get a bit distracted playing now where I'll just kind of go wherever my eyes like focus. It's kind of like looking at a painting, right? You kind of follow where the brush strokes go, and it takes you around the whole place. I think I learned that on like the internet. That's how that kind of works. But now I'm back here. Okay, that was this is something that I don't think I meant to do. I didn't even notice until the recording. I did like a little pattern, like left, up, bottom. This flag, I imagine I'm gonna get rid of it, but that was not meant to be there. I think I misclicked. Maybe I did it on purpose, thinking it was something else. It's entirely possible, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see what happens. Okay. So that was a mistake. I'm glad I caught that. I didn't want the game to end so soon, Uh, Not intentional, but I caught it. Okay, let's go from there. Okay. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit stuck. I was going quite quickly, There wasn't a lot of breakup time between the hits of the mines there. But now you can see like there's a bit of hesitation because I'm not too sure where to go from here. And even looking at it in like playback, I'm again not too sure where to go. So I take a gamble because I know that there's going to be like a mine somewhere here in one of these three squares, right? And I hit this right here, not fully knowing that it'll be safe, right? But just taking a guess that maybe it'll be okay. And then I take another gamble right there, and I do that. Now I could be wrong here, but I think there could have been a mine below this one. So that was a pretty risky gamble, but I guess it paid off because now I'm going to predict that I hit the corner there, clear this area out, and then it'll set me on track for some more sweeping. And then hold on, let me finish it. Oh, and it got a one. Okay, so that's what I did. Now I've got two places I could go here. I could clear out this area. I could clear out this area right here. But it looks like I'm going for this. I guess I should have paused a bit earlier, whoops. But I guess I'll see how that goes. Okay, see now it opened up this whole new world, this brand new world over here, where there's a lot of possibilities already. I'm seeing my mouse is. I'm guessing I'm gonna clear out this three area, the one, two, three with the mine, and then kind of go from there. But I could also go here. I could go here. There's a lot of places I could go, and again, I'm not really when I'm in the moment. You know, when you're in the thick of it, I guess I'm kind of not really seeing the bigger picture. I'm seeing like all these little kind of fronts, and I'm just my eyes sticking there and just kind of going with the flow and not necessarily taking a step back to look at it, which is not it's not the best thing to do, but it's also not. I mean, it could work out. Sometimes you want to you want to get your best time, right? You don't want to take too long on these things, uh, but sometimes you just step back and see the bigger picture, right, and see where you need to go. But I'll see where I went from here. Okay. Okay, so I'm not even. I was right by this three, right in the area, but I still decided to kind of go up because that's where my mouse led me. And I think I remember this part. I kind of like click this mine here. I like mark it, and then I move up this way. So I don't even go for this three right now, which is interesting because I feel like that three really draws your eye because it takes up a lot of real estate in terms of mines. Like, I mean, 3 out of 99 mines is pretty significant. So I'm surprised I didn't do something there immediately. But I guess because this was already in my mind from earlier, I kind of wanted to solve it and get it out of the way, where you have time to move on to new stuff. But again, it's mainly just where the mouse kind of leads you. You're at a crossroads and you go left or right. Sometimes it's the road less traveled, and it's just it takes you somewhere you're not expecting. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I was right. I did go up, and that seemed like I took a little bit of time to make sure I wasn't messing up, which is good. You don't need to rush through everything, you know. It's not always going to help. Trust me, I know. Sometimes it doesn't work out for you. But there, it took my time a little bit, and I got to this spot. I don't know what I'm going to unlock here. It may be maybe a rare block. It's possible, but it will probably lead me. I imagine it's going to lead me. I'm not even sure. I think I'm just going to let it play here. Okay, it was a two. So that's a very common thing. Doesn't take a lot of time to solve that. So uh, there are a lot of possibilities though here, but I mean I'll just see how it works out for how I did it. Excuse me. Okay, I don't have anything to say for that. It was fun. So yeah, my week has. I mean, it's been okay. I haven't done too much. Okay, as you can, that's one corner solved, as we can see. Sometimes when I get stuck, I usually click the corners for hoping to get like a little square open like this, but it's usually a mine, so it's not a very good idea from experience. But here, it was a one, so I got that place solved. Who knows what these corners hold in store? I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to find out. But I imagine, since my mouse is in such close proximity, it'll be easiest to click this two and solve upwards instead of going to like solve these corners around. So I'll see how that goes. Okay, I was right there. I was right. That's a little bit of hesitation, as you can see, because I'm getting a bit nervous, being close to the corners. I imagine I took the time to kind of double count that I had that two right with those two mines, and now I imagine I'll just, since I'm sure of it, I can easily solve these ones up here. Okay, okay, you see, look at that. There's a mine, as I was telling you. There's a mine in the corner right there. If I had just clicked that for some reason, would have been bad. Would have been game over. But from here, I imagine I'm gonna follow the waterfall down here, little staircase, and end up here, and then solve left. Okay, not quite. I mean, there's a little bit of a. Sorry, I don't mean to rush too much. There's a little bit of a jut out here, but that was only natural because that's the way this formed. But I still, solved down like I thought I would. Now here, you can tell I get a little bit stuck because I'm not, I look at it, I take a quick glance, and because, again, you don't need to rush through everything, but because I couldn't immediately solve that in my head, I was like, okay, I gotta move on, I gotta get somewhere else. So I go down here. Because I know that these are easy corner solves, it won't take time at all, and maybe that can kind of lead back around and make this easier to solve. So let's see what I do. Again, you can tell I'm taking a little bit of time there. I want to be safe. Well, once you get past the kind of beginning stuff, it gets a little bit more tense with trying to solve stuff quickly. Okay. Okay, that's all good. That's all good there. Again, I'm getting a little bit stuck there. You can see the hesitation, but I know that this 3 will have 3 around it there. So I'm not. Oh, that was a misclick there. I'm glad I caught that. That could have been a run under if I wasn't paying enough attention. But I was going a bit slower than usual, so you could tell that my mind was kind of just loading the stuff. Okay, it's good. It's good. Okay. As you can see, that I've come back to this area. Because I'm a bit stumped over this way, right? So even there's a 2 I could solve right here, so maybe I'll come back to that. But even then, it wouldn't really help too terribly much. So I have it in my mind like, okay, I'm stuck on this area. I need to move to a different area. So I come back to this one, and if you remember, I had a bit of trouble with this earlier. I was kind of struggling on what to do. So I kind of held here, and it's running through my mind real quickly. So I'm like, I got to keep going. I got to get a good time, but I also got to do it properly. So I'm doing the math of like, okay, if there's 3 empty spots, there's got to be 1 mine for the 2, 1 mine for the 4. There's got to be 2 mines for the 3. So I'm running that through my mind, trying to fact check it all, and this is all happening very, very quickly. Okay, it's almost like a human supercomputer in some ways. But I mean, sometimes you're able to really like focus in and get these like this is a far more complicated pattern than say like well, it's far more complicated pattern than maybe like this 3 because it's there, but here you have 3 different items, right? 3 different variables that all have corresponding mines to go with them. You have a little bit of information for each, but again, not all of it to concretely give you it in like the moment, right? It's not a very clear picture. You have to do a little bit of thinking, and this is where the kind of pattern, the pattern solving comes in, right? Where you memorize where stuff is with these more complex patterns. So let's see how this goes right here.